North of Foundersville is the Ghost Mountain Range, and beyond that is the Elysian Fields. Don't be fooled, because as you see, it's actually a massive swamp that extends to just short of the ruins of Foundry City. Luckily for Toasty and Sparks, the bog cushioned the crash of their rotor wing, and making its way towards that wreck for his second time is a 7.5-foot tall Genbenian. For you folks who are just tuning in, Genbenians evolved not from apes, but from an animal resembling the old American grizzly bear and have cybernetic implants. Sparks' last encounter with Genbenians occurred on Tanamaku, the Death Moon, and it resulted in several casualties. Hence his reaction to the stranger who has come to help him.
Oh, my head. Who is that? Is somebody there? Toasty, is that you? Oh, no.
Are you injured?
Don't kill me. Don't eat me either.
If I wanted to eat you, I'd have left you here till you were extra crispy.
Where is Toasty?
He is unconscious. I already have him in my vehicle. We must move quickly.
Now listen here. I don't go off with strange bears in the middle of nowhere.
I am Yuji. Check your sidearm. See if it still functions.
What's the rush?
Because if we don't leave here with all haste, there are things on here that will eat you and me.
Bob, are you awake?
Oh, I sure wish I wasn't. My head is killing me.
Mine isn't any better. Sonic grenades always giving me a splitting headache.
Talk about old school dungeons. Mandible to the wall. Old style steel bars.
Stripped down to our shorts. Reminds me of Beta 4.
And what of this place called Beta 4?
None of your damn business, monk.
You move very quietly for monks. Is this your idea of hospitality?
You were on our grounds.
Maybe you should put up signs.
Exactly. You know, me and Jack here were just out taking a hike, and then next thing you know...
Don't insult our intelligence.
You were spying for Dr. Freedom.
What was wrong with that monk?
What, monk?
Now you insult our intelligence.
You will be fed and taken care of. For now.
What are you digging for?
Who says we're digging for anything?
Unless daily mass involves pickaxes and sonic lances and shovels, you're definitely looking for something down in that mine.
Todd. We are looking for Todd.
What?
What?
Damn it, we lost them.
They run pretty fast for monks.
Look, down there.
Those doors are supposed to be chained shut.
What is this place, Gene?
Abandoned transit station. The subways haven't been used since the last maglev train derailed 20 years ago. That's how my mom and dad were killed.
I'm sorry, Gene.
We must pursue.
As much as I hate to agree with the tin can, he's right. What the heck?
Angus, what are you doing out here?
It was me about to ask you the same thing. I was out here checking the underground power lines when I got your signal.
What signal?
I activated my emergency transponder beacon when we began pursuit.
I got your signal. Is everything alright?
All fine here, Bosun. How are things over at the rec center?
The constable's men left when Cyborg Steve showed up. Boss. It was Brother Enoch who killed Lucas Dimwitty.
Bloody hell.
Oh my goodness!
It doesn't make any sense. Why? Why clean up? Why do they take the bodies?
The whys will be answered in time. The how, I believe, lies down in the subway tunnel. Angus, I'm assuming you brought a map of the subways with you?
Aye, boss. I got maps, torches, the whole 9 yards. Everything you would expect when it comes to just such a situation.
How are we going to track them down there?
She has a point. From what I've read, the old transit tunnels go on for miles.
Well, I'm sure Rory and Eric here can scan for them down there.
You tell them.
Wait a minute, Eric.
Tell them.
Tell us what?
I scanned the 2 monks as they fled. Well,
Rory, you're turning pale. Are you alright?
the 2 monks we were chasing have no life signs.
Father! Take it easy, Commodore. You've had a nasty knock on the head.
Eugene! Jean told me about you. Where's Parks?
I'm over here. Yuji and I have been comparing info while you slept.
How long was I out? Where the hell am I?
A couple of hours. This is the remains of the Foundry prison.
Well, you could have picked better digs, Yuji.
It's the most secure place on this side of the Ghost Mountain range. From what Sparks has told me, you've had more people disappearing lately.
Yes, over 30 this year. 20 last year.
A lot more than that, I'm afraid.
What?
Those are just the ones that are being reported, Commodore. And it's been going on for a lot longer than anyone realizes.
How long?
According to what Yuji showed me, since the first ship landed here.
Over a dozen men went missing off of Den's ship. Did you read the after-action report yet, Sparks?
Yes, that's the part that gives me the willies.
Transfer it to my pad over here, Sparks. This is the after-action report of Captain Dent, circa 2466. Read that bit there, Commodore.
Over a dozen men missing, now after suffering what I believe to be an alien illness causing a state of delirium. I can only assume that they've been lost in the swamps to the north, or taken down by the local wildlife.
Skip to the end.
That is a list of the missing crew members. Look very closely at the first 2 personnel files.
Oh my word. We have to signal Dr. Freedom with this information.
Unfortunately, a storm rolled in while you were unconscious, and my transmitter's not very powerful. And even if it was, that would give away our location.
To whom?
Ranthor, the fellow that shot you down. He will be on the move. And now so must we, now that you are awake, Commodore.
Meanwhile, back at the crash site of the rotor wing, a bipedal figure with distinctly feline features has emerged from the boggy swamp. He stands all of an amazing 5 feet tall, but is powerfully built. This is Ranthor, a native of the planet Vertifirkin. His people are descended from a jungle predator very similar to a cross between a leopard and a mountain lion.
Yuji. What is it?
Have you found the rotor wing?
I am at the crash site now. Yuji is helping them.
The situation has changed.
How so?
We have stumbled across 2 of Freedom's men. We held them in our dungeons.
Do you wish me to terminate them?
Bring the 2 humans to us. Kill Yuji.
And why should I spare 2 of Dr. Freedom's lackeys?
His compassion is his weakness.
Understood. Kill the bear, spare the humans. It will, of course, be added on to your bill. Rathar out.
They're barking mad, Bob.
Unfortunately, Button-san, sometimes one person's madness is another person's vision.
What are you doing?
As you may have noticed, they were not prepared for a four-armed captive, so they tied my lower hands behind my back.
Okay, your lower arms are free. Now what?
Freedom from what was said to be prepared.
You keep a lockpick in your mouth.
Yep. Now let's get to work on yours.
Bob, there was something about those two I noticed.
You mean the fact that they weren't breathing unless they needed to speak? Yes, your observational skills are pretty formidable, Burton-san.
I don't get it. Why keep us around?
I think they were gonna try to use us as hostages to get Freedom-san to abandon his investigation.
I don't see any guards. We have to get back to the others and tell them what we've seen.
Yeah, now all we have to do is just get out of here.
Something just crawled by me.
Don't worry, Mr. Pike. I'm sure it's more afraid of you than you are of it.
How long have we been at this?
A couple of hours.
A lot of water down here.
The rains have been pretty heavy the past few years.
Viceroy Toasty was going to look into why the weather control system went haywire, but we have been so busy.
There's nothing wrong with the bloody thing.
Hold on a second. What did you say, Angus?
Hello, McFly. I checked. The weather control system. There's nothing wrong with it. Someone had it locked off at the setting it is now.
So someone has it raining on purpose?
Interesting.
Look up there on the wall.
Some kind of funny graffiti.
That looks recent. Some sort of marker?
That right there is precisely what we've been down here looking for. A marker. They've been using the abandoned subway tunnels to get in and out of Foundersville without being seen.
That looks like a warp code early 23rd century, by the looks of it, if I'm not mistaken.
I see it. There's the intermix chamber, the matter, and the antimatter flow.
That marker is the same as the sigils on the cemetery entranceways.
That's the holy symbol for the Church of Todd. They handle all the burials for Foundersville.
Hold on. They handle all the burials?
Yes.
How long has this been going on?
Centuries, as far as I know.
Eric, earlier when you were talking to Jean in the cemetery, you kept saying there was nothing there. Clarify.
All my scans showed no signs of any organic remains, only monuments.
What is he talking about? That's not possible.
Boss, what does it mean?
What are you all on about?
On top of everything else, the Church of Todd is stealing bodies.
I think it's far worse than that, Rory. I'm seriously beginning to think that the dead do not rest under Scylla.